Dan Perry here with another Dan on Tech Python video. We've been looking at if statements. With the if statements, we've been able to compare two values. If the results are true, we've done one set of statements. If the results were false, we just skipped that set of statements. And in one example, we had three different if statements, one to determine if equal, one greater than, and one less than. Well, there's another way if we want to do something different when the statement is false. So we have the if-else. With the if-else, we go into the if statement, we ask our question. If the answer is true, we go into the true portion and we execute whatever statements that we have. If, on the other hand, our condition is false, then we go in and we do the false side of it, and we can execute statements there, and then after the else portion or the false portion, we come back together and execute whatever is left in the program. So the if-else lets us do one thing when the command is true or the comparison is true, another thing when the comparison is false. Here we have the program we've been working with, and we're still asking for a couple of integers, and we're printing the results of the two integers. And we've got the statement that we've had before: if A is equal to B, print the numbers are equal. Then I've got the line that was afterwards, that was after the else. Then I've got the line that was after, that is after the if. I'm going to add the word else. And we're going to modify the if statement. We're still going to have the if. Now we're going to come back and notice I'm back at the same level of indentation as the if, and I'm going to say else. And then I indent again. And I'll say print, and let's just copy this one, and I'll put the word not. So what will happen here is when I reach the if statement, if this is true, it will go in and it will print the numbers are equal. On the other hand, if this is false, it will skip this print. It will come down to the else and execute the commands inside the else. Once it's finished the else, it will come down and do the print after the else. So let's run this program and see what happens. It asks for the first integer. I'm going to run it with true. So 10 and 10. So now both numbers are the same, so A equal B should be true. It should do the numbers are equal and then do after the if-else. And when I look at my output, it says the numbers are equal, then says after the if-else. It came in, evaluated the condition was true, it did the commands for when the condition was true, skipped the block of commands for else, and then came back to after the if. Let's say by mistake I had indented the after the else. Let's run it again with both the same. Now I get the numbers are equal because this was true. It did this line. Not only did it skip the numbers are not equal, but because this print was indented into the else, Python said that command or that line is part of the else statement. And one of the things that's going to be a mistake that you'll make regularly is having something indented that shouldn't be, or not having something indented that needs to be. So you will make the mistake of not indenting properly all the time, and so you'll get an error. Let's run this now where the numbers are not equal. So I'm going to have 10 and 11. The numbers are not equal, and then after the if-else. So it came down here, it evaluated this statement. The statement was false, so it executed the command that was part of the else. That's how an if-else works. If the inequality evaluates to true, it executes the block of code that's part of the if. If the inequality evaluates to false, it will execute the block of code that's part of the else. Thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.